Next on Mad Dog Matt Sports, Speed World. Mad Dog Matt Sports welcomes you to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where today, 13 of the world's best drivers and cars will get ready to take to this 2.5-mile rectangle for race number 2 of 9 in the 1910 AAA Champ Car Series season, the Wheeler-Schebler Trophy race. Some of the cars and drivers you'll see include last time's winner Lee Lynch, as well as the current reigning champion Charlie Mers. And as always, we'll start with the starting grid. 13 cars, as we said in this one, the record fields for our Champ Car Series race. On the pole, the reigning champion Charlie Mers in the 11 with a lap of 41.686 seconds. Frank Gelma in the 21, starting second in the middle of row number 1. He had a lap of 41.797 seconds. Lee Lynch, the current points leader as well as the winner of the first race of the season, starts in third on the outside of row number 1. He had a lap of 41.825 seconds. Row number 2 on the inside sees the number 17 of Louis Schwitzer. He had a lap of 41.841 seconds. Starting in fifth, we've got the number 3 of Frank Fox. He'll be in the middle of row number 2 with a lap of 41.895 seconds. And just 1,000th of a second behind Fox, starting in sixth in the 18, Fred Ellis with a lap of 41.896 seconds. Row number 3 sees in 7th place in the number 7, Johnny Aitken, who had a lap of 41.938 yesterday in qualifying. Starting in 8th, we've got the number 10, Tom Kincaid, winner of the first ever Champ Car race that was here just about a year ago. He had a lap of 41.966 seconds. And starting on the outside of row number 3, in 9th position, the number 12, Bill Endicott, with a lap of 41.973 seconds. On to row number 4, and starting 10th in the number 42, Louis Chevrolet, with a lap of 41.993 seconds. Middle of row number 4 now. In 11th position, the number 30, Joe Dawson, with a lap of 42.020 seconds. And outside row number 4, starting in 12th, the number 20, D. Bisbee, with a lap of 42.027. And starting 13th and last in the number 44, Arthur Chevrolet, with a lap of 42.092. 10 laps, 13 race cars, and it all begins in just a few moments with the command to fire engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
So the command is given and we are ready to begin race number 2 in the 1910 AAA Champ Car Series season. Of course, on the pole, as you see him right now, Charlie Mers in the 11, 10 numbers up from him in the 21. To his outside, that's Frank Gelma. The rows will get spread out as they go through their pace lap around this 2.5-mile rectangle. 4 turns. This is one of them. As they come out of each turn, as they come out of turns 1 and turn 3, they'll be presented with a short straight, which the top 2 starters go through right now. Then they'll head into turn number 2 or turn number 4. If it's turn number 2, they'll head out onto the back straightaway, and then if it's turn number 4, they'll head out onto the front straightaway. This is the section of the track where speeds will approach and possibly exceed 220 miles an hour, coming down this very long, very fast back straightaway into turn number 3. Speeds will at least be 219 miles an hour, I believe, on the first lap. And they'll have to slow down to about 210, maybe 205 if they don't have the best downforce as they go into turn number 3. So as they come off of turn number 4, the pace car ducks down into pit lane, and Charlie Mers gets ready to lead this field, a record field of 13 race cars. We are racing in Indianapolis. Mers with a good jump, but Gelma stays with him as they head into turn number 1. It will be Mers the leader over Frank Gelma in second position. 10 laps in this one around this 2.5-mile track, and we've got a battle for third between the two blue cars. The 16, that is Lee Lynch, winner of the first race here over the 17 of Louis Schwitzer for the third position. Already the 21 of Frank Gelma trying to go the outside of the 11. That is a bad idea. The outside lane not the place you want to be. You want to be able to get to the inside, especially going into turn number 3. And completing lap number 1, it is the 11 of Charlie Mers, but here goes the 21, Frank Gelma. He's going to get the lead. The 16 of Lee Lynch will get second position, and possibly third position will go to the 17 Louis Schwitzer, but he cannot get to the inside of this, the number 11 car, this red and white car. That is Charlie Mers. He dropped back, and now he'll drop back even further as the 17 Schwitzer gets to his inside. This is the fight for third position. The leader is now the number 21, Frank Gelma. We're watching the fight for position number 3 in the Wheeler-Schebler Trophy race here at Indianapolis. It is the 17 of Louis Schwitzer on the inside. Almost inevitable that he will get the third position, and there he goes. He does get it. Number 12 now, I believe this is Bill Endicott. No, that might be the 18. Yes, it is. Fred Ellis in the number 18 car. And we have a possible fight for the lead. No, we do not. The 16 tried to make a move. He could not get there. Up into fourth position, Fred Ellis, the car we're following now. This is for fifth position between Tom Kincaid and Charlie Mers. So Mers, who led the first lap and started on pole, has already fallen outside of the top 5, but of course we're still pretty far away. Well, we are approaching halfway, just about 2 laps from the halfway point of this race, now about 1.5 laps. A fast line of organization developing, emblematic of Indianapolis. And now, fight for the lead we do. Lee Lynch to the inside, looking for his second straight win at Indianapolis in as many starts. And now the 17 of Louis Schwitzer to the inside of the 21 Gelma. The 18 of Ellis trying to get to the inside of Gelma as well. End of this lap, it'll be the halfway point of this race. Fred Ellis inside Frank Gelma. He's going to get the third position. Here's Tom Kincaid for fourth and possibly Mers for fifth. Still side by side. It does not seem... No, Mers will try and get fifth position. There you go. And we also do not have a... Oh, contact! Contact! The 21 was almost spun out. Gelma was almost spun by the 11. That will certainly affect both of their race cars. Now, coming to the halfway point of the race, the number 16 Lee Lynch will be the leader. The 18 Fred Ellis will be in second. Battle for third between the 10 of Tom Kincaid and the 17 of Louis Schwitzer. And it seems as though Kincaid, who has the superior inside line, will take third position. For fourth now, the 21 Gelma trying to get back up. He's trying to pass Louis Schwitzer. I believe he can do it if he stays on the 17's inside into one. And no battle for third. It looked like we might, and I think we do. Kincaid to the inside of Fred Ellis for the second position. Kincaid using the strategy of Jap Clemens in the second race last year, biding his time. And now we'll see if he can get a shot at the lead. Now a battle for third position between the 17 and the 18. Schwitzer will take third from Fred Ellis. And Kincaid falling back from the first position. It is still Lee Lynch, as he did in the first race, leading, this time from Tom Kincaid, and we're following the third position car, Louis Schwitzer. Into turn number 3. It'll be 3 laps to go at the line. This time, the 10 trying to get to the inside, using every possible move he can. Off of corner number 4, he needs a run. He's right on the back bumper. Here he comes to the inside. This is Tom Kincaid in the red, white, and blue number 10. To the inside of the Air Force-sponsored number 16 of Lee Lynch. And Kincaid will take the lead with about 2.5 laps to go here. New leader, it's Tom Kincaid looking for his second career win in both the AAA Champ Car Series and at Indianapolis. Up into second, Louis Schwitzer in the number 17. Third should be Fred Ellis as Lee Lynch falls back. And he'll fall back to fifth now, as to the inside goes the 21, Frank Gelmar. 2 laps to go. We'll shift our focus to the lead and the battle that could be brewing for the lead between these top 3 race cars. The 10 is Tom Kincaid. He's your leader. The 17 in second, that's driven by Louis Schwitzer. Third is the number 18, driven by Fred Ellis. And Ellis under pressure from Lee Lynch now for that third position. Kincaid and Schwitzer move away as Lynch makes a move to the inside for third position. It's possibly becoming a 2-horse race now, or maybe a 1-horse race, as Tom Kincaid pulls ever so slightly away from the second place car, the number 17 Louis Schwitzer. And Lee Lynch back up into the third position now, trying to mount a late race charge. He's got just 1 lap, 2.5 miles to do it. Lynch to the inside for second position on Louis Schwitzer. Now he's got about half a lap to mount a charge against Tom Kincaid, but I don't think it'll be enough. Down the back for the final time in this 10-lap sprint, and back into turn number 3 for the last time. That might have been the last chance for Lee Lynch at Indianapolis, because Tom Kincaid, as he heads through turn number 4, is going to come off turn number 4 and win for the second time in his career, and for the second time at Indianapolis. Tom Kincaid is a AAA Champ Car Series victor. He wins the Wheeler-Schebler Trophy race from Lee Lynch, who had a strong run in the first race, winning it, and had a strong run today, ultimately dethroned by Kincaid, who shows he still got it after about a year since his first and, before today, only victory at Indianapolis and in Champ Car competition. Third, and rounding out the podium, a very strong run by Fred Ellis, avenges his run last year in this very race when he did what he did today, mixed it up with the leaders, but eventually fell back and finished, I believe, in about 7th, maybe 8th position. Check the record books to make sure I'm correct. And it seems I am not. Well, I had tried my best, and as these 13 machines come into the pit lane, Tom Kincaid will be celebrated as a winner in Indianapolis. We will give you the full and complete results in just a few moments here on Mad Dog Matt Sports. So the full and final results from race number 2, the Wheeler-Schebler Trophy race, are in. The official standings have declared Tom Kincaid as the winner with an average speed of 217.897 miles an hour. Second place, Lee Lynch, just 143 thousandths of a second off of his second career win in as many races. Fred Ellis finished in third in the number 18, 333 thousandths behind Tom Kincaid, the winner. Fourth was the number 17, Louis Schwitzer. He was 466 thousandths behind. And rounding out the top 5 in the 21, Frank Gelmar, who had a pretty strong run today, leading a few laps at the beginning. He finished 571 thousandths off of Kincaid, the winner. Sixth position, the reigning champion, and the pole sitter today, Charlie Mers, led 1 lap and then fell all the way back out of the top 5, wasn't able to come back into the top 5 at all today, He finished 678 thousandths off of Kincaid's time. 7th, the number 3, Frank Fox, who had a pretty good start, I believe, and then eventually fell back into 7th. He started 5th, lost about 2 positions there. He was 809 thousandths behind. Johnny Aitken finished 8th, last of the lead pack. He was 978 thousandths behind Kincaid. 9th was the number 12, Bill Endicott. He finished 1 second and 152 thousandths behind Tom Kincaid. And rounding out the top 10, Wheeler-Schebler, who finished 1 second and 388 thousandths behind. 11th was the number 30, Joe Dawson, who finished a second and 538 thousandths behind of Kincaid. 12th was the number 20, D. Bisbee, who finished 1 second and 927 thousandths behind Kincaid. And 13th and last as he started and then finished was the number 44, Arthur Chevrolet, 11 seconds with 457 thousandths of a second off of Tom Kincaid. So we'll give you the standings after 2 of 9 races in this 1910 AAA Champ Car Series, and then we will say so long once again from Indianapolis. So after 2 rounds, the point standings in the AAA Champ Car Series look like this. It is still Lee Lynch in the lead with a win, 2 top 5s, 2 top 10s, a pole, and 9 laps led in his 2 starts so far. 97 total points accumulated. Second, Tom Kincaid, just 6 points back of Lynch, also with a win, 2 top 5s, 2 top 10s, no poles, and just 3 laps led, as opposed to Lynch's 9 laps led. Charlie Mers, last year's champion, moves up 1 position. He goes into 3rd, just 35 points back of Lynch with 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, a pole, and 1 lap led. Frank Fox, in the number 3, sits in 4th in points, losing 1 spot to Mers. He is 36 points back of Lynch and 1 point back of Mers now with a top 5, 2 top 10s, and nothing else. Joe Dawson, 2 extremely strong runs, puts him at 5th in the points, jumping 1 position up from where he previously was. He's 50 points back of the leader with just a top 10 and nothing else. Fred Ellis sits in 6th in points, jumping up 9 spots from where he was last time, which was not in the points. He sits 62 points back of Lynch, the leader. Louis Schwitzer sits in 7th, 65 points back of Lynch, the leader. Frank Gelnaugh in 8th. He is 66 points back, with Ray Haroon in 9th, just 67 points back. Johnny Aitken rounds out the top 10 in the standings. He's 73 points back. Bill Endicott, 11th in the standings, 75 points back. Wheeler-Schebler is 12th, 77 back. D. Bisbee in 13th, 79 points back. And Arthur Chevrolet, after his losing run today, 14th in the standings now, 80 points back of Lee Lynch, the leader. So that's the story after 2 races of 9 in this Champ Car Series season. Next race will be a 3-lapper around Indy, so we'll probably be able to get that one up either late tonight or tomorrow, and we'll probably be able to get another race up tomorrow if I feel inclined. But I believe I can promise that there will be 1 race tomorrow, but now that I say that, I'll lose all motivation to do this series. So anyways, this is Matthew Merlino with Mad Dog Mad Sports saying thank you for watching from Indianapolis. We'll see you for the next race, and have a good day.